Fair point. Fair point. No, you're right. Fuck. All right, I gotta rethink that. I do have something set up in my computer, though, where if I don't put a password in every 7 days, it deletes everything.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm not even joking. I have a batch file for that. I've had it since... fuck. Junior year of high school, after I learned how to do it in cybersecurity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should,
I don't take chances.
Is that what you were going to put on my computer after what happened with the last one?
Oh, no. That's a different... That's my brain just completely blanked on that. But yeah, no, that's my see? Freaking human lag, I swear. No,
It's giving Dobby a stroke. Dobby is free.
Dobby's dead.
Exactly, he's free.
Jesus Christ.
So we are on the mission. It's initializing. Some people are walking in place. Chris is losing connection.
It just takes a second for everyone to initialize. That's why FNF is a little worried about increasing their player count, because they already have a few issues with the 2.0 update, which caused them to have to pull back, because they used to do like 150, but 2.0 fucked that, so they had to move down to 124 because it messed with the net coding. But either way...
All right, we actually have a...
Looks like it's stabilizing.
So let's take a look at the factions first, because
I know, yeah, I know. I just get tongue-tied.
For Red 4, we have the People's Liberation Army of China as Red 4 with 2 Ka-60 Kasatkas, one with a minigun pylon on the right side, and the other completely unarmed with no pylons.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. That minigun pylon sucks.
It does. It's a 7.60 minigun. It's like
the cone of fire on it though is trash.
Really?
Yeah. I use it all the time in vanilla because usually the player base fights CSAT, but it's very hard to make that thing work. And you know, when I'm remote controlling helicopters, I play to basically get it shot down anyway for a nice little immersion experience. But you know, these guys are going to be flying fast and quick, and it's going to be very difficult to line that thing off. But it's not. It's a good like area suppression weapon, but you're not going for kills with that thing at that point. It's just literally light harassment.
Yeah, harassment, exactly, which is kind of
harassment.
The purpose of these helicopters.
69.
Moving on from that,
nice.
We have a number of transport trucks and Ifrits, which are, I forget if they're really armored or not. I feel like they're like semi-armored, but like enough fire can break the glass. I do remember the last something that sticks in my mind is when
he does it too.
The special ops that you played with like T3s, 4s, and 5s, where it's kind of a training thing as well, and you had to kill a guy, but he got into an Ifrit and you tried to take him out with SOST ammo from a 5.56.
Yeah, that's because I loaded the wrong ammo though.
Yeah, wrong ammo.
So. Yeah, I meant to load 262, and I think I loaded... It wasn't Ace's 262, it was RHS 262, and that's why I failed, because Ace 262 for 5.56 will let you penetrate bulletproof glass pretty easily, but RHS 262 doesn't have the same effect. Because it was a vanilla vehicle, and it's calibrated for vanilla, where RHS is calibrated for RHS. So if I was fighting the Gaz, then it would have been more effective, but... Vanilla have their own configs.
I don't get why they can't just all go off of the vanilla standard. I mean, and even then, like, GM is, like, even more powerful than vanilla. Like, you can kill
the most
T-140 with an ATGM from the 1970s.
Yeah, but... Cup. There's a reason we haven't touched Cup in TSB. It's because back in the day, they've balanced it out a little bit more, and there's config mods for Ace to rebalance all the stuff, but for the longest time, nothing could kill a Cup T90. Except another Cup T90. Like, that thing would be unkillable if you fought it with RHS tanks.
The Cup Abrams is literally invincible. That one-up with MTM that you co-used with Operator was, we were in one, and yeah, you literally had to, like, flip us and like, bring our health to 0. To like,
well, okay, you know. I did that because the main Zeus told me to.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying like it's your like that was unfair or something. That was literally all you could do against us. Everything you might have just been throwing rocks and you brought out the fucking black sun against us.
Yeah. Rest in peace, OpCham, by the way.
No, not really. But moving on.
Oof. OpChan was a guy in TMTM that got banned because he was below 18.
You for, okay?
What?
The thing with the never mind. Forget I said anything.
Okay.
It's really not.
I'm gonna change the music
because we've already burned about 10 minutes. So Red 4 is China with 2 K60s and some transport. Green 4, I believe, are AAF. And I'll just zoom down to their spawn. I can confirm they're using that god-awful green digital camo. 5.56 G36.
Right out, Tarnfolk, thank you.
Another thing. Red 4 are using 6.5mm Katiba rifles. Yep. And basic 7.62 machine guns, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But AAF are going to be using 5.56 G36s, M249s, M240s. They actually have N-Laws. Buckets has an N-Law. Is he... He's Charlie 2 AT.
He's Charlie 2, yeah, so...
Yeah, so he's got spare rockets, but everyone else probably has M72 laws.
I'm going to be honest with you, that launcher is a piece of shit.
Yes, it is so not good. It's like limited lock-on from like 200 meters, and otherwise it just...
Its damage is also very low. Thankfully, there's no armed vehicles other than the choppers, but that thing... If the choppers come close enough, that thing can actually lock on to aircraft as well. I'm not sure if that's a vanilla feature only. It might be a modded one, but
maybe.
The damage of those rockets is terrible. Also, Tarnfolk popped in my chat to say neither side knows where the other spawned. But then again, didn't it say Camino firing range and air station Mike 2?
Camino. It literally said Rogaine to Camino.
Rogaine to... Okay, so... That...
So yeah, it's like... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Green 4 doesn't know where Red 4 spawns, but Red 4 probably knows where Green 4
can make a guess, yeah. Either they spawned at Rogaine or Camino, yeah.
Yeah. Between that and the map, yeah. As far as knowing the terminals. Wait, no, this is terminals.
This is terminals.
Fuck you! You said it was attack defense sector.
It said attack defend. I didn't say sector. I just said attack defend. I thought it was gonna be caches.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
Caches would have been self-defense or search and destroy. Whatever. Fuck you. Or just destroy. Shut up.
He's mad. All right. Otherwise, it looks like Drake has the cord, and he's going to move it by the terminal. I think he's going to try to find an open position with that thing to strike at the helicopters that come by. Green 4 is actually looking to make a unified defense, but also put squads out in different vectors, too. That's going to be a little risky.
By unified, do you mean all terminals, or do you mean
all terminals? Yeah, they have forces on all terminals here. They've got a small team at Terminal 2.
I would argue that that's a spread out defense, not a unified defense.
You're right. That would be a better term. You're right. We'll use spread out defense.
I like it when they spread it out.
I knew you're gonna. That's probably why I don't use that term, because I know you're gonna make a joke with it.
Yeah. So Terminal 1, 2, and 3 are going to be Camp Rogaine, LZ Baldy, which is what we call Northern, and then Camino firing range for Terminal 3.
Why do you keep making that joke?
I don't. I've literally never made.
You made it twice. Sorry, I'm just saying because you always, like, I've never heard that before, and then you made it. Okay, just ignore me.
I didn't come up
I'm
with
defensive about my old editor, okay?
That's fine.
Let's go with that.
Defensive as me. I wish you were defensive and clingy to me. Moving on to Terminal 1 at Camp Rogaine. It's been spruced up a little bit. I'm seeing some extra cargo houses and stuff. At least I think. It may just be the original.
No, this is the original. There's nothing spruced up.
Ah, gotcha. Well, they do have a CH-57 here?
The Mohawk helicopter, it's disabled, though.
Yes, that is a prop only.
Yeah. All right.
It's funny. Steve in my chat was wondering which side Scandi were on so they could do betting with channel points. And Chibi's, someone else, yeah, Chibi said, oh yeah, they're on Green 4. And so
yeah, I'm happy Northern's ahead of me. He deserves it with all the work he's done.
Wrong. That's really fucking funny.
Sorry, what's that's patronizing me? Can you say that again?
No worries. No worries. I will not interrupt. What's that? Shit talking to you. But that's about it for Terminal 1, Camp Rogaine. They're setting it up with about a squad's worth of people along with Platoon 2 HQ. Terminal 2 is LZ Bali out here on the ridge, just to the northwest of some radio towers. It's still a place. It's actually spruced. This is definitely spruced up with some.
She subbed to Liru's YouTube.
NLRS.
I'm just as shocked as you.
Kind of, glorified BM21s here. Obviously, these are all props, but the terminal is inside here, along with some Nixes, which is nice. I love Nixes. They're so cute.
Yeah, the little tanklets. They're fun to do ops out of.
Tanklets.
I call them tanklets. Yeah.
Yeah. The TMTM has a great mod that I think Super made, where they have racing Nixes that are like dressed up in like racing stripes and like colors and like racing stickers and everything.
Super Trooper from the 40K dev team?
No, Super XP dude.
Ah, okay.
From TMTM.
Gotcha.
But all he did to them was
Yeah, it is a weasel.
horsepower.
No surprise there.
Yeah, and they're very fun. But it's a nice little checkpoint out here, or a little outpost, I guess is a better way to put it. Some checkpoint towers, I think these are called, to look out to the southwest and the northwest. But otherwise, it's a little exposed, so I'd be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if they actually scrap this, which I believe is the plan right now, with just Flux and Army Jesus in that Fennec armored car.
Yeah, I'm seeing something similar on the Camino terminal, but they have Alpha squads set up.
I would take a scroll back or open the map and scroll back a bit, because they are going to be defending the firing range, just not from the firing range itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with Alpha for GREENFOR.
Yeah. GREENFOR.
Otherwise, looks like GREENFOR is actually trying to set up an ambush at the T intersection to the southwest, which might be effective, but I don't know. We'll see what Cullen does, because he's commanding for OPFOR, and I believe it is Drake for GREENFOR.
Yeah, it looks like Vagrant and Buckets, yeah, like you were saying, they're probably going to go up. Well, no, they're
My cat's demanding my attention right now.
Go along the coast? No, I guess they can't really go to the light. I don't know. But they'll probably set up there and use that as like a vantage point for them to keep eyes on the approaching vectors of the firing range.
So, I actually don't see any pluses here. Let me go on the side roster. Looks like we have the entirety of Alpha Squad loaded in the helicopters by team. So that means both helicopters are going to deploy potentially somewhere to the north. And I would imagine they're going to try to go for Camp Rogaine. There's a lot of room, though, there for them to maneuver. But GREENFOR's kind of prepping for it because they have Echo 1 ready to move on the northern side. Probably to just a small overwatch position to watch that flank.
I would say a good place to go would be the Camino Coast over by 057061. Nice flat area close to the sea, sheltered from most fire from the firing range and those garrisons.
Yeah, on the marker.
Yeah, they're kind of spoiled for choice. They just need to be careful about these ridges and such.
I'd be careful about Camino Coast, though, because it's right next to Camino. There is some firing lines directly on the coast that can be from Camino. That one feels a little risky for me.
Yeah, maybe.
Camino reminds me of Star Wars myself as well.
Yeah, actually,
GREENFOR
055
has a single chord
nice
static.
Clearing that,
and their mat weapon has some light AA capability, but only if they're close.
That'd be about it. They could go to either Rogaine or Camino from there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, oh, I guess we'll see. But yeah, those helicopters, once they drop off the load, we'll probably see them used as harassment and drawing fire to get the whatchamacallit? Draw the
K-amino acid.
Kind of reveal the positions of the garrison.
That's a freaking biology joke. God damn.
1 minute left to go.
So OPFOR, they're ready to go.
Yeah, no, Charlie 2's looking like they're ready to go out towards the east, probably make a play for the
Found the biologist, yeah, right?
Coast and go out to Terminal 3. I'm surprised we, towards the southeast of the safe zone for GREENFOR, we have Bravo 2, Bravo 1. Echo's now leaving in some trucks. But looks like they might push south from there and maybe get a bit more of a forward position on the larger ridge to their south. We'll see where they go.
GREENFOR is definitely working on a more proactive defense. Looks like they're actually abandoning Terminal 2, but a lot of their force is kind of spaced away from the terminal sites themselves, so I think they're going to try to catch OPFOR in a maneuver. But either way, it's going to be a weird one. I could see GREENFOR trying to maneuver around and flank OPFOR as they push in, or ambush a few of their OPFOR's Vics coming in as well, but I don't know. This is going to be a strange one, because when you see these types of proactive defenses where you don't see a lot of forces at the terminal sites themselves, rather they're all around, it means that the defending force wants to be very mobile in what they do, and you see two of these trucks now heading back up to Alpha for GREENFOR, which is northwest of Terminal 3. I think they're just going to wait and see where OPFOR deploys and then maneuver forces over to try to stall them from actually getting to the terminal sites. And if done properly, they can really push this round out.
Fast.
Yeah.
To the east, and they're coming right into Terminal 3. And swollen them open up, and they pop flares. Oh yeah, that's they have a 14.5. Actually no, the cord's 12.7.
The cord, so it's supposed to be 14.5, but it fires 12.7. Buckets has his AT out. I don't think that chopper's close enough for him to get a lock though. Yeah.
Oh no, he pulls back. I wonder if that actually is on the sensor, because I think it's a
helo down by power lines.
The other kind of missile type that it doesn't, but I'm not sure.
So we have OPFOR deploying a few guys on the transmitter towers, possibly sighted by GREENFOR Foxtrot 1. We have some GLs getting lined up. Legal Action opened up with some GLs, landing close to OPFOR X-Ray. They're forced to pull back. They have left their Vic. Bassbeard's still next to it. He's the marksman, and also he gets the vanilla marksman rifle, the 10-round 7.62. Honestly, I don't know if I'd call that a battle rifle or not, but it's definitely definitely a marksman rifle at least. Yep.
It's a bullpup SVD pretty much.
Yeah.
It's based on a real model. Kanik is like just standing in the open as he's getting shot, and oh god.
Wow, that he somehow did a flip and landed on his head when he got shot.
Head. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, AT came down and almost blew up a truck filled with OPFOR forces. They're being forced to pull back. Someone dismounted and got picked off by Firefighter, I believe.
Yeah, that's an Ifrit out of commission, most likely. It's still
I think the MREPs would actually be able to tank one of those rounds. But you're seeing GREENFOR an ambush right here. They just picked off someone with a long-range radio.
Parker's going down.
Warwick and Fisk getting in a 2v1, knocking out someone else for the Russian, OPFOR side. They're Chinese. GREENFOR X-Rays pulling around to try to close the gap on the small OPFOR force. I'm not sure if they realize that there's a lot more OPFOR guys on the rear of that group.
Navs, who was the...
And OPFOR is deployed to the north.
Team lead for Charlie 2 is already dead on the side of that hill.
Yeah, so this is where GREENFOR set up this big line for defense here. They're relying on the southwestern flank to overwatch this open valley and catch OPFOR out of position as the guys up top the valley stall the OPFOR push. So this is actually really good use of terrain to... Basically, they're fighting a force that's about twice the size as them. But because the defenders have a terrain advantage here, this is going to get a lot of OPFOR guys killed, which is why you see this massive maneuvering to the coast so they can get into an area.
Yeah, this is a smart play. Pull back into What
Gonna go around like that or
find,
probably to the coast.
and then attack from a different direction. And yeah, Granny,
Yeah, so
pushing out to the coast.
For GREENFOR to capitalize on it still, they'd have to get the Bravo 2 element to overwatch to the south so they can see this open area and catch OPFOR another kill zone. But this is why the attackers almost always, it's very rare they don't, but they usually get a numbers advantage to help alleviate against situations like these, because the defenders always get an advantage because, you know, obviously it's their terrain, their ballpark, and the offensive team has to go in and try to counter them.
Lots of shots going out on that chopper. It's still doing good. Is that the armed one? No, that is the unarmed one flying over.
Yeah, they're keeping the armed one towards the west in reserve outside of the map, probably to call in gun runs with the minigun later on.
Alpha 2, or actually Alpha, all of Alpha have dismounted northwest of Camp Rogaine. About a
Wow.
or so out. Yeah, the description of this map, of this mission said...
Legal action knocking out a few Foxtrot 2 members.
Something about walking long distances, and this is absolutely where... I'm getting flashbacks to that one on Ruha, where they dismounted like 4 clicks away, and they spent the entire op just walking, and we both got really drunk waiting for them to actually get contact.
Yeah. So the right side of OPFOR here is maneuvering along the coast so they have good cover to try to bypass this GREENFOR line. The Foxtrot 1 group for GREENFOR, some of them are actually getting blue on blue by their own guys as Foxtrot 1 remounts and pushes forward. I hear the minigun of that KA-60 flying. It looks like it did a long-range attack on Rogaine, but GREENFOR is actually pulling out of this terminal site to potentially proactively attack some of OPFOR coming in.
I guess you could say GREENFOR is receding at Rogaine.
I'm so glad the 240 caught whatever you said, but we've got Dylan here. He's on 1 kill. He's keeping OPFOR X-Ray suppressed. Legal action came around and got a few licks off of OPFOR Foxtrot 2. There are 3 bodies here, and it looks like he also got out and shot a few more before he was taken out. Combo's now in his Vic, but I want to quickly scroll down to Foxtrot 2 and see how much damage legal action did. Yep, 3 kills. So, as the defenders force, as long as they can get 2 or 3 guys per death, they can easily turn the numbers advantage around and start working it in the defenders' favor. What's a little worrisome here, though, is this massive OPFOR force coming along the coast, which is going to help eat up the clock, but you could still see GREENFOR Bravo pull back and try to set up a new defensive line if the OPFOR force is caught, spotted by the garrison on the lighthouse. I don't know. We still have the western flank of OPFOR. It's a squad pushing up to the unguarded terminal, specifically the Terminal 2 site. GREENFOR put in a few shots and started taking fire. They're now remounting to reposition. But again, GREENFOR is just playing a bit of a guerrilla war here to slow OPFOR down. They're actually not in any single sector doing defense. They're just proactively attacking OPFOR's force as they push. So it's a very uncanny style of defense, but it's working.
Yeah, let's see, that was a Mountains helicopter doing another pass over Rogaine. He should have noticed the absence of trucks and moving individuals when he did that last pass, so we should give the all clear to Alpha to just kind of walk along the road and push in as fast as possible.
So it does look like
the earth.
All of GREENFOR is falling back to Terminal 3 to make a proactive defense here. And now you've got some of OPFOR that's pushed up the hill, attacking the southeastern flank of Bravo and overpowering it pretty hard. We still have a Cosmonaut in the back line here. He's going to get spotted by Granny, who doesn't fire. He's waiting for the optimal time, but he's going to lose his shot here in a second. Nope, Granny doesn't take the shot. He was just waiting for the right one there. Nice spray there, but geez Louise.
Now having Warwick just got down. Bridges and Fist take over from that fire, and they need to start pulling back. Bridges is really hurt, though.
GREENFOR's redeployed the Rogaine defense. They're going to instead go for the central force, which is Delta and Foxtrot for OPFOR, reinforcing X-Ray along these 3 transmitter towers. And nothing's going to be able to stop Echo OPFOR as they move to Site 2 for Terminal Site 2. And Alpha still doing their long walk to get up to Rogaine. They're not going to face any resistance there. We're only 9.5 minutes in the round. I don't think this is going to stall out the time.
No, I don't think so either.
It's been a very active first 10 minutes.
Up and taking numbers down, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Major Cullen now, Commander Red 4, is going into Terminal 2. I'll be starting that up shortly. So that group of about 8 or so should be able to redirect somewhat soon. But after that, the group in the middle by the radio tower, they're going to get reinforced most likely.
Yeah, Midgie, the question is, can they keep it up, though?
And they can push in towards Camino from the west. I guess it really does kind of hinge on how this southeastern group does for Red 4. If they're able to, and they've been doing pretty well, pushing back GREENFOR Bravo and whittling them down. But if they can keep it up,
there's the hack.
Then it looks good. I'm waiting to see what happens with GREENFOR Alpha, who are at the far end of the firing range at Camino, because they're providing kind of overwatch on that side of everything. And I know what they've done to spread out the defense. I like a lot, but I don't know if it'll actually be effective, because the distance between the range
Grenade's not going over there.
300-400 meters, and they don't have a ton of great sight lines. I feel like the HQ guys...
Holy crap! The fucking KA-60 just flew right over a GREENFOR position and got a very close minigun strike and killed Foxtrot 1's team lead.
Yeah, Mount has a kill in his name. Jesus, alright. Fucking scared the shit out of me with that.
I mean, that stops the issue with the cone of fire if the pilot's literally like 10 meters away from the dude. Stealth Orca, definitely. I wasn't expecting that one. Boop the snoot, definitely.
Yeah, Wheaton.
That's one way to use it. Wow.
Brennan, also with them. And yeah, it looks like they'll be pulling back to the range.
Only way to make the gun pod work, yeah.
Up,
if it's effective, it works, right? So OPFOR has a big chunk of forces here that are within striking distance of the Camino firing range terminal. Yep.
The cord over by the lighthouse, somehow, I think it either got armored or it got strafed well enough to, but it's dead, it's down.
I haven't seen the KA-60 do any strikes here, so I think they armored it. It's really easy to break statics. I learned that when we were doing the test stop for Project 17. That's why I set all the statics for the actual op on the 6 to be invincible. Just the stacks, not the gunners, because it's very easy to accidentally break it if you're not careful.
Oh, the terminal at 2 over by Baldy actually blew up one of the Nixes. Neat.
Yeah, I can see that fire from here. But we have OPFOR remounted in vehicles here. Looks like it's their MRAPs they brought up. Severe's leading that Vic group over, and they're probably going to reinforce Alpha to try to take Rogaine. But after they realize there's no defenses, I'd be willing to bet we're going to probably see some sort of pincer maneuver done on Camino. Maybe even 3 different forces going in at once as the OPFOR force at the 3 transmitter towers starts to regroup on the transmitter tower itself. And they're actually remounting as some of these GREENFOR guys try to get some pickoffs here.
Ooh, the 1RW guys were able to steal a Fennec armored car. Those things are actually very tough. I might than the Ifrits, but that might be up for debate.
So GREENFOR counterattack trying to stop OPFOR from remounting here. This forces them in a spot with not a lot of cover. And we're having the KA-60 armed do some really close runs. I'd say borderline Wild Weasel. Because he might be trying to bait out the Buckets to fire his AT at him. Because if he gets close enough, Bucket should be able to get a lock on him.
But he should have more than one rocket. The end-law with the ace rescripting does make it a reloadable.
The stream on the 6 will be like 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's a ways away. I'll bring something up on Twitch schedule, on the Twitch schedule to say when.
A few hundred meters behind.
So OPFOR at the three transmitter towers. They're licking their wounds. GREENFOR Delta 1 is pushing back into Foxtrot 1's previous position to retake that area.
Yeah, they're pushing up this side of the hill. This could be interesting. Looks like they haven't really been spotted out. Delta 1 or X-Ray on the top of the hill by the radio tower might spot them out, but Point Man, of course, on point, might be able to do something here, as he will engage contact really soon here with Tarnfalk, most likely. I think Tarnfalk heard something. He pulls out his binocs at the wrong time, and he gets taken down quick, and that opens up everything.
So GREENFOR also has X-Ray coming from the south here to try to close this gap, but
yeah, there's still a ways.
GREENFOR's still outnumbered.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be maneuvering. And we actually have Alpha over at the end of the Camino firing range, trying to help suppress, but they're actually just doing more harm than good. Mountain does a really
I saw that.
People some haircut, and yeah, drawing that fire away because that's the best that he can do, as well as not crashing. That'd be nice as well.
He has a very limited amount of ammo for that minigun pylon, which is another reason why I dislike it. But he has been, he's been doing a really good job holding fire on it until he is literally right on top of a unit here. So I think he's going to try to line up and do another minigun run.
Not quite, maybe. Nope, he pulls off.
Yep.
He's doing some really fancy flying. I heard AT go off over towards that hill with Echo.
Yep, you can see the smoke coming up. Another rocket's heard.
Flux
and that went way over.
Now. They're gonna come up upon Chris here.
I'm not gonna lie, Mountain flies all the time in FNF. I've seen him get a lot better with his helicopter controls ever since we started this. What, like back in August? You started it before I did.
Yeah, like by a couple weeks. Flux nabs 1 kill, gets a second down on Candy there.
OPFOR has control of Rogaine.
And he's taking a frag to the face, so he's down now. They've taken Rogaine, but they haven't started the terminal hack yet.
Weirdly enough.
No, this is smart. Well, actually, no, I think he's doing it now.
Well, there's no reason to stall on it, you know? Just initiate the hack and come in, because this is allowing OPFOR Bravo to basically get encircled here. Though they still have the number advantage, but this many GREENFOR guys around this OPFOR position can cause a... They can still get encircled here. And I just saw 2 OPFOR guys get picked off on the northwestern flank.
What they might be doing, it looks like Strakatenko's waiting for the word.
Olaf and Armagesus coming up. Armagesus getting a kill on... I think that was actually Olaf that was on Red 4 there. So Armagesus got him. He's pushing up with King, though, again. Oh, wait. Nemesis just got a far pick-off kill off of Armagesus. And Flux.
Nice. Well, no,
now he's trying to pick off Clown.
Oh,
there's hack 1.
Here he doesn't see the chef himself, and he gets a kill on.
Also, real quick, the terminals are 45-second timers, not 130. So they changed that for this one.
Interesting. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was 45 seconds. I saw it come up.
Yeah, no. I'm
King double tapping tree.
25. Weird. So Mountain now hovering around Rogaine, might be coming in to pick them up and transport them quicker to Camino or somewhere around there. A lot of that, wait, no, I was reading the map wrong. Never mind.
So real quick, I just want to state what happened to Bravo for OPFOR. They had the numbers advantage, but GREENFOR had the tactical advantage. GREENFOR was caught in an open hillside and quickly maneuvered a lot of its force on the right as the rest ducked left to get into some tree cover. And then that right side pincer hooked up with X-Ray and made this massive battle line along the southwestern flank and just encircled OPFOR and has wrestled the number advantage away and caused a lot of casualties here. This might have actually shifted the tide here, because now the numbers are looking pretty even. Go ahead.
I gotta relog real quick because I am mem leaking.
Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't happen like last time where I like actually my computer completely locks up.
Yeah, go get that restarted before it eats up more of your RAM.
Absolutely.
All right, so OPFOR, that terminal is done with. We're seeing the helicopter flying close. They might try to do an air cav event, but I'm also seeing some trucks with a few guys mounted starting to come up the coast. These GREENFOR guys for Alpha are probably going to see some action if OPFOR gets stalled right there, but GREENFOR is going to basically keep 3 sectors of forces here outside of the terminal site. If OPFOR gets a lucky Thunderrun in, though, they can bypass all of these units, but I don't think OPFOR is going to take that risk with how things have been going, especially since they just lost OPFOR there. We see Mountain trying to land over here. They are going to do air cav. And we also have the other helicopter, Patriots, landing as well. They're just trying to find some good spots to do the landing because they don't want to break these rotors.
Yeah. Severe, I think you were just talking about it, but Severe and Mito pushing up along the northeastern coast in the in a transport truck. So they're going to set up great eyes over this end of the firing range position that GREENFOR Alpha are at. Elsewhere, Cheese is going on a lone man mission up to the lighthouse. He's going to be severely outnumbered, but he might be able to cause some chaos if he plays his cards right.
Yep, so Mountain opting to put his nose into the ground outside the compound because he didn't feel comfortable landing. That's perfectly okay. And the other helicopter's picked up 8 and is flying off, so everyone else is going to get into mountains. But OPFOR's trying to do this quickly. They still have about 30 minutes. So they can afford to regroup a little bit, especially since they lost a good chunk of their force. But GREENFOR's tactics with the proactive defense here have been really, really stellar. But if OPFOR regroups and attacks from one unified flank, I could see them overpowering and breaking through the defense line and getting some forces up here, especially if they get an MRAP or 2 and Thunderrun into the objective itself. Risky, but if Air sees that there's not really any movement on the terminal site itself, they might try to go for it. Meanwhile, we're having GREENFOR Alpha starting to engage OPFOR Echo and Platoon 2 HQ. OPFOR has the high ground, but GREENFOR has the better cover, and those machine guns are laying in.
Buildings. Even though some of them are half destroyed, they're still better than literally nothing at all. So, they, like I said, they got good positioning. We have Nuclear Moose and Mito over here on the ridge. They're actually holding fire because I don't think they want to play or show their hand just yet.
Patriots circling on the back. He's not. They're going to do an air Thunderrun.
Yep. And this is going to be good, too.
Oh, my God.
Notice that there's been no one around the actual terminal site, and they know exactly
where it is. An air Thunderrun.
That water start to just foam and displace.
Oh, my God.
That's too hard. Quick dismount. Shots coming down from the lighthouse. Drake has been told about this, and he is now scrambling.
AT just misses.
And Patriot gets out of there. Night Owl gets out in the open, and he goes down quick.
Oh, man.
But it's not fast enough.
This is exciting.
Pronix and Northstar in the open. They got to get to this wall. Get to the
other choppers coming in. Mountain's got a few extra guys. He might do an air run on there, but they're going to wise up to this. I think Mountain's going to be in trouble. Nope, he's coming in to do the same thing. Buckets is going to be ready to take him out, though.
Yep. Where is he now? No.
A GL round hitting Mountain's tail. And Alpha is now deading their charges for GREENFOR. They're going to come charging in because of this Thunderrun.
Yep. And that's been called out. Kelly with an RPG-26.
Oh, my God.
Has eyes on Nielsen's truck. Shoots. Misses just a little bit.
Oh, that's a shame. Kelly's going to try to get his gun lined up. He starts shooting into the Vic. Takes out the driver.
Dog4 now coming out as well. He's got an MG. Oh, sorry, he's still got the G36, but he gets the revenge. Wardog tosses a nade. Dog4 reloads, comes around the corner, and who will get it first? It'll be
Dog4.
And
okay.
This maneuver gets outplayed.
So GREENFOR is now pulling back all of their forces to set up on Camino. This Thunderrun has unfortunately failed because GREENFOR had a lot of guys up on the southeastern hill and were able to provide really good overwatch. This allowed Alpha to close the gap here to to come in, but I'm going to be curious to see if Mountain does a few more runs to try to hit people, but wow, that was great.
So here's the thing.
Yep.
I will call it. I will say that I called it. That group on the southeast on that hill, that Red 4 group got annihilated. Green 4 didn't have too many survivors either, to be fair. But the fact that that entire Red 4 force, which is about a third or maybe closer to 2/5 of their surviving force, just got decimated. That now plus the 8 or so that got killed in this high risk, high reward play on the Camino firing range. There's not a lot of chance now for Red 4. I mean, they just don't have the numbers at this point.
Yeah, so Mountain landed his chopper and is trying to repair it, but Green 4 X-Ray still on a large hill is trying to fire from range. I think they took a fuel tank hit, which is why they forced that land. I'm seeing some blood by the chopper, though.
Send in Go Team 6.
Yeah. I think if OPFOR still had Bravo, they'd have the numbers to do this, because I think it was supposed to be Thunderrun followed by OPFOR Bravo charging up to the hill and hoping something gave, but because Green 4 was able to take out OPFOR Bravo, and now they've consolidated on the objective itself in fear of the Thunderrun that OPFOR did, I don't see OPFOR winning this one.
I don't see it either. I don't see it, especially...
The numbers aren't there.
The panic button was hit. They had that wild Thunder Run, which again, high risk, high reward. I can entirely appreciate the effort that.
I agree, Symphony.
But it did not.
If OPFOR was able to touch this terminal, that would be a different story. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still 25 minutes on the clock here. A lot can happen in that time, because that's only half the time itself. But OPFOR needs to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes, regroup, get closer to Camino now that they know Green 4 has panically pulled everything back. And if they still have ammo for those minigun runs, definitely use them. Devil Friend, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're enjoying this PvP commentary, and I hope you are staying safe from COVID.
The brandy's starting to hit, by the way.
Oh dear.
No, I'm fine. I just noticed that, like, I just in my brain, so.
Okay. So OPFOR, we've got Severe, Sledv, and Jane still on Overwatch, trying to fire in on Green 4 forces running around on Camino firing range, as the rest of the force is now pushing down, but some of them are getting caught out of open from the garrison up at the lighthouse itself. If Mountain still has ammo, he needs to focus on doing some runs on the lighthouse to try to pick people off in the same way he picked off that Foxtrot 1 Green 4 member. But we've got other elements of OPFOR trying to close in on other flanks. I just heard a chopper take an impact.
Maybe. Tailroad seems to be doing well. Engine seems to be fine.
These vanilla KA-60s, though, can take a massive beating.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why, like, we saw a GL on a tail rotor and it was fine. Patriot, meanwhile, trying to land. He picked up the 4 guys that were in Mountain's helicopter, and he's trying to have them regroup with the coastal force.
Yeah, that's about all they got right now. X-Ray and the remnants of Foxtrot 2 for Red 4 doing what they can. And they might be able to overpower this Green 4 Echo 2 group, which it'd be a step in the right direction at least. To answer Yasuhiro's question, or what he said.
That was AT that just went by that chopper too.
Would have worked if people ran straight to the building. That we saw that happen with Night Owl, and he got decked in the
yeah, just caught in the open. Other green
perfect firing angle.
I mean, you can just see all of the bodies right next to the terminal, so close, but they were all picked off because even Green 4 Command got out and started shooting at people, knowing that if he didn't, he would have lost. And you can actually see his dead body in the doorway here. But I think he was able to just stall just enough to allow Green 4 to close their folds here.
Oh, Patriot!
What?
I think about a foot of hitting the side of the lighthouse.
Nice.
Like, that was close as could be. Mountain now doing another pass. No guns. Waves off.
He has to be out of ammo. I've seen him do 3 or 4 dry runs without firing, but he's been right on top of hostiles. So I think he just ran out of ammo from the pylon.
Probably. That would explain it. Like you said, that did have a very limited
We got
supply.
Vonk unconscious and Bassbeard unconscious.
And then, just feather the trigger a bit more. Looks like that Echo 2 group has taken some casualties, but so has the Foxtrot 2 group.
I would agree. It's cinematic for GREENFOR, but
The rest of them up
you
yet.
probably don't do PvP for the cinematics.
Firefight as well.
I'm waiting to see if Mountain has any reserve ammo he's going to go for Charlie too, because at this rate, the choppers are just providing distraction.
Yeah, 20 minutes left to go in the mission. I think with a number differential, I think GREENFOR will be able to hold easily. We'll see if they're able to really do a... Here's the thing. If they want to push along the coast, they're literally charging down a firing range. Literally.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would work out too well for them, but we'll see.
Real quick though, the helicopters are intentionally trying to harass this mountaintop. OPFOR's mounting up in vehicles at the target area. Or at least I thought they were. They might have dismounted. They could still do a Thunderrun and get close because half of GREENFOR is out of position thinking there's another force that's going to come from the south because Mountain landed to do repairs and those 4 guys got out. And I don't think GREENFOR saw that those 4 guys went into Patriot's chopper and were redeployed. So GREENFOR, even though they have the numbers advantage, tactically they're at a disadvantage because OPFOR has regrouped all of its force and they're going to start pushing from both the west with X-Ray and a few remnants and more importantly the northwest where a lot of their force is. But as you said, OPFOR charging down in actual firing range. And Swolo with the M240 Bravo, it's going to be messy. I think the only way OPFOR is going to be able to push is if they do a Thunderrun. Because there's just way too much open ground here to work with, and OPFOR doesn't have any way to deal with the forces on the lighthouse other than just constantly flying their helicopters over and being a distraction.
If they were to get the USPE truck over towards the mountain, actually we're seeing a counterplay with...
this is second round 2.
King
We still have one more round after this.
Going up the hill in Red 4's Ifrits, they might be able to get eyes on the whole situation and report back, which would make any kind of movement null and void with the numbers. Mountain looking like he's feigning a landing, looks like, and he lands hard.
He's out of ammo for that thing. He's just running. He's gonna get shot in the back of the head by Herb. No, he doesn't. Herb doesn't notice.
Herb is shooting the chopper, and Mountain tries to get the kill on Herb. Is he able to get it?
Oh my god.
Scratch 2 for Mountain.
And then he gets tapped by Anderson, but...
Anderson, the leader, one of the heads of FNF. Oh,
GREENFOR X-Ray doing a Thunderrun. It's King and Guy Fieri.
Yes, those guys in the Ifrits, from the ridge. I think they almost collide with each other. King tries to ATV off a rock. But yeah, no, that was Mountain's probably best play as the helicopter explodes and flips itself. But yeah, it just caused that chaos. He might have been low on fuel too.
They're running out of time though because Delta 1 is starting to form up. They're actually going to set up an overwatch position from this hill and fire into OPFOR. We are about to see the 15-minute warning get called in 2.5 minutes.
Oh!
And Pilot was sniped out. No, really close to...
Patriot, no. Patriot hopped out and pulled a chute.
Oh my fucking god. I think he was trying to ram the helicopter into the lighthouse, to be perfectly honest.
It's not ramming if gravity does it.
If gravity
does it. And let gravity... He let Sir Isaac Newton into the pilot seat, okay?
I hope he knows how to swim.
Yeah, hopefully that fucking parachute doesn't take him down to the bottom of the sea, but he'll get to the coast and then he'll get...
Hold up, Kane is behind enemy lines with the stolen Chinese rifle.
Oh no. Well, I mean...
He quickly gets in and tries to drive away.
Yeah, that's the same Ifrit. And they're like, yeah, no, that's not ours. They might have seen him in the driver's seat, because that is very exposed with the large glass.
What is going on right here? Wiki looking at that MRAP as Kane is honking, and he hits a rock. Lurch is now coming up, and they're starting to open fire on the MRAP.
Kane's just honking his horn. He's just taunting them. Yep.
Kane's battle buddy, Guy Fieri, he's down. He got picked off in the open as he was trying to come down. I think King was trying to distract for him to come, for Guy Fieri to come down, but he was unfortunately picked off.
And yeah, they're pretty much encapsulated. We got a pocket here at the end of the firing range.
Major Cullen has done a thunder run of his own. He's a one-man army, and he is within striking range of the terminal. Ground Command himself has said, fine, I will do it myself.
Yep, he sees Sholin up there. I think he sees his gun poking out. Tries to spray.
Yeah, but his bullets aren't going to be able to penetrate. Lolo's joining him.
Great grenade.
It is a smoke.
Time. And Sholin getting caught out now.
Headshots.
But did Anderson hear those? I think
I bet he did. He's going to try to maneuver around. Eagle also heard those shots. And
Eagle.
Both Cullen and Lolo just got picked off at once.
Damn. Yeah, no. I think that's going to be it for this run.
King's still driving around with the stolen MRAP, and all of OPFOR's pulled back to shoot out.
15 minutes remaining.
King's doing a good job eating the clock.
Hey, eating the what?
Eating up the clock, taking time.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said something else.
He wasn't eating the cock, you silly frickin' goober.
I'll drink to that, Chief.
Don't get too drunk, please.
No, I literally have, like, a thin slice of brandy left.
Okay. That's not a... Never mind. So, the real question is going to become, how is OPFOR going to get out of this position and redeploy on Camino firing range with 15 minutes to spare? And is GREENFOR going to do anything? We still have OPFOR X-Ray deployed at a different angle. Bassbeard is trying to overwatch from this position, but there's slim pickings at the firing range itself.
King has been driving around this Red 4 group so long, they've just started ignoring him. Yang has an RPG-26, and I think there's some more ATs spread around, but they just don't care at this point. They're just like, yeah.
I mean, his window's partially shot out. A little bit more, and they might actually get him.
Oh, he actually hops out.
He's ready. Oh, because he saw someone bandaging. Needed to pop a fresh mag, but a grenadier outgets him!
Yeah, Yang's frag, I saw him throw that. That was perfect. Takes down King, kills around the side of it.
Wow.
No, stop it. You're done. Just all 30 rounds into his back.
Wait, and now you have Sleeve and Zanupla firing down.
Yeah, they were. That was funny.
It's a good call by Yane there, but is there going to be enough time to change things? Severe dispatching Lurch to go pick up the MRAP that Guy Fieri drove down. Jeez, look at all the blood around Kane. They literally turned him into Swiss cheese. Ah,
I know, right?
More Swiss cheese.
Add a couple more holes. What about gonna be? I love like when people have like about 1 million wounds on them because you see the blood texture below them like just updating and just like changing. Oh, it's beautiful.
OPFOR is going to do one last Thunder Run with 3 MRAPs. They have to. There's no other reason.
They have to. Those Ifrits can carry. Let's see, that's one.
Like 4 or 5 people each.
Yeah, 4 or 5 people or so, which is probably about how many people they have. Enzikov and the Red Strike guys now shooting down from the pass over to the southwest of Terminal 3. They're actually pretty active with those too. Like those are landing pretty close.
I just saw GREENFOR nail one of the targets and just
and the target just
falls over. It's a fucking firing range after all, but looks like OPFOR is pulling its forces back. We're gonna start seeing prep for the Thunder Run. Rask and Wiki didn't get the memo. Porter is over here on his own, stuck on a wall, and he's getting shot at. GREENFOR Platoon 2 HQ in a vehicle. I think he's ordering his guys to come back. They do have Vonk. I think they picked him up and drove him back because he was unconscious close by OPFOR X-Ray on something else unrelated because there's another truck up there that hit a few trees. But here comes the Thunder Run. GREENFOR is going to call this out over net. OPFOR X-Ray out of position here. And there is no GREENFOR AT, but you have forces trying to pick positions.
There's no AT, but
We got Eagle.
Vehicle.
Yep. Oh, we got Eagle coming up.
Ooh.
Point blank shot. But the MRAP can take those AT shots because it's vanilla. And now a hail of bullets coming down.
Oh, Lurch goes down in a hail of gunfire from the outpost up on the east.
Montgomery coming around as well. Oh, this is brutal. Chupla's coming around. So many grenades being thrown. Oh, God, it's a massacre.
Anderson has the perfect crossfire for their position. He's on 3.
Oh, goodness golly.
It was a valiant effort.
Severe getting back in the MRAP until the grenades stop. Bucket's running up, turning on his lag switch.
Oh, you saw that too?
Yeah. And he's being shot at by his own guys. I think Severe's hiding in the MRAP right now. He might try to drive it up to the objective later. X-Ray for OPFOR is doing its best to try to cover the advance by firing at the Overwatch elements for GREENFOR Charlie.
Not enough thunder on that Thunderrun. I agree.
Is this World War I? Yeah, it feels that way. Mito's battle buddy just went down. Jane Sanders trying to come around, but Jane's gonna run into Anderson, and Anderson has a bush.
Yep.
And a dream.
Jane slicing the pie, watching the corner. Coming up over the hill.
Anderson has a really good hiding spot, though, in the ass of a dead Chinese guy.
Oh, no, yeah, he saw the Chinese body and didn't notice Anderson behind him, so Anderson gets his...
Whoa!
Quick reaction onto Anderson's fucking forehead. Great shot from Jane Saunders.
Mito's trying to follow suit. What sucks, though, is Cool Breeze has a PKM.
Sorry, from the west, Coda and Gonzo. They
firing from the rear.
249. Suppressing Saunders, Severe, and Mito. And now, yeah, they're
PKM and Nutty Person with the 249. Jane is picked off by Coda.
And it's down to these X-Ray guys, and then Mito and Severe. I don't think they have long for this world. Stewart pushing up with a Fennec. Comes around the hill. Doesn't see Severe. Does he see Mito? Doesn't look like it. He doesn't react. Pulls around the other side, nice and casually.
Hello.
Ooh, almost grazes that truck.
Hey, Drum, thanks for the raid. How was
He's not reacting to it, and again, he's perfectly...
How's the FTX? Or was it a mission?
Yeah, no, he has to see Mito there.
He's just doing what King was doing earlier to the remaining OPFOR guys.
Hey, Jester, thanks for the rate of 28. Since you didn't say it.
I did. I just didn't say it while my mic was queued.
I know.
Mito and Severe, they know as soon as they turn their back to Stewart, Stewart's going to get out and shoot them. So again, it's a rule that you can't intentionally run people over with your Vic. Here's Stewart, might try to do the dismount. Nope, but he makes them turn around. This is letting Chuplis come up. And now you got Coda with his battle buddy. Gonzo's actually covering Coda's rear, watching OPFOR X-Ray. Looks like Severe and Mito have jumped into an MRAP of their own. It's got a bad back wheel, but still going to be drivable.
Yep.
One of its windows is shot out, though. The left window is not there.
That is shot out completely, and he is very vulnerable from that angle.
Stewart got out. He's trying to run up.
Himself too.
Yeah, that's not good.
For disaster, Severe. Swollen Montgomery.
And they get the keyhole.
Yeah, perfectly done. And now it's a dead Vic rolling. Oh, that was... We saw that coming a mile away.
I think Mito's still up.
Yeah. Say that again. One more time. He might still be alive. He might still be breathing. You want to say that one more time? Literally, as the words left to the left. God fucking.
I think Mito just became meat.
I'm glad you said that. I was about to take a sip of water.
Oh, well, we got X-Ray charging that with their MRAP.
Everyone coming in. Bassbeard is holding up some kind of overwatch on the hill. He hits the fucking H barrier, and I think that wounded all of them.
The three Musketeers, Kilbo gets knocked out, Edwin gets knocked out, Combo hiding in a bush knowing it's not worth it, he gets picked up via Miskoff.
Just, is there a forfeit button? Can they just surrender? Bassbeard just needs to pull the pin on a grenade.
All right, Bassbeard, it's time to become Audrey Hotto with your marksman rifle.
5 minutes and change left. He knows what's happening.
Yeah, he knows they're all dead. He's the last man. Oh. I'm going to be honest. It's because GREENFOR... There's even blue and bluing each other. Nice. GREENFOR killing off OPFOR Bravo early on with a great use of tactics is what was the nail in the coffin for OPFOR here. With that, GREENFOR was able to wrestle out the numbers advantage from GREENFOR and... Wait, no, from OPFOR, my bad. And that's just been it.
Yep. Bassbeard is he's just on a jog through the woods. Oh.
Yeah, they're calling it because fucking Bassbeard.
Yeah, insurmountable odds.
Yeah. So